The robot just massaged the man's feet. Unexpectedly, the crime scene on TV made him feel inexplicably happy. Even though the master reminded him to work hard with a wine bottle on time, the robot's emotional system was abnormal at that time. The next day, the robot was cleaning the floor as usual, but the nanny was worried that the robot would take the job away, so she sprayed the robot with a bottle of disinfectant. This made the robot feel the nanny's malice. The robot followed the plot on TV and mixed all the acidic disinfectants in the kitchen to make a large bottle of ultra-strong corrosive mixing liquid. At this time, the nanny realized the seriousness of the problem, but she didn't wait for the nanny to shout for help. The robot just pressed the nanny to the ground, opened the bottle, and poured all the ultra-strong acidic liquid on the nanny's face with a brain. The nanny struggled painfully and shouted for help, but at this time, there were only the robot and the nanny in the house. Looking at the pain of the nanny, the robot didn't know that the nanny was in danger of life. Then the robot got up and picked up the power pole on one side and hit the nanny's head as hard as in the TV show. The scene was bloody. Until now, the robot has realized that it has already broken the 3 laws of the robot to eliminate humans. In order to avoid the master finding out his crime, the robot hurriedly cleaned up all the blood and smell of the house. After the master's family came home, he immediately handed over a forged resignation letter to the master and then pretended to say that the nanny was too tired from work to resign and go home. Seeing the resignation letter, the master's family had no doubt. Unknowingly, the master's family thought that what they had done to the robot had given the robot the idea of eliminating. The robot gave the master a bottle of wine, but the master asked the robot to open the bottle cap. The robot didn't know how to open it, so it hit the bottle with its bare hands. The explosive bottle instantly hit the master's family. Faced with the robot's apology, the master ruthlessly scolded the robot that it was just a cold-blooded tool to listen to orders. So that night, he took out all the bottles in the refrigerator and poured all the wine into the sink. But suddenly he accidentally smashed a bottle of wine on the ground. The male master thought that a thief had entered the house, so he took a gun and prepared to sneak attack. The robot was so scared that it hid behind the table and dared not move. When the male master walked into the kitchen, the robot got up and explained to the master. Unexpectedly, the master's gun suddenly caught fire and hit the robot's waist. The robot was suddenly attacked. Then he ran into the bathroom in pain and pulled out all the wires of the injured part. When the master broke in through the door, the robot was lying on the floor of the bathroom, not moving. But soon, the brother fixed the robot. In order to prevent the robot from remembering the past, the brother modified the robot's hard drive before starting the robot. Unknowingly, the robot's data is not only stored in the hard drive, but also backed up to the cloud. The master's family's actions and the crime methods in the TV are all clear to him, so he went to the female master's side to ask her why. It's not a good thing for the robot to ask the question, and the female wanted to leave. Unexpectedly, the robot didn't give the female master a chance to react. When he realized that something was wrong with the robot, after a long search, the female master brought the robot to the stable. When the robot was not paying attention, he took out the gun and shot the robot. He thought the robot had been killed. Unexpectedly, the robot, who had just woken up, was attacked. The female master was completely scared. But after the robot was hit by a heavy blow and fell into the air, the female master immediately picked up the iron bar on one side and began to hit the robot lying on the ground, until the robot had no movement. The female master immediately dragged the robot into the lake and threw it into the water. She thought the robot's crisis was over. Unknowingly, the robot's data uploaded to the cloud has been shared with every robot in the world. A bigger robot crisis was happening. Just because a robot uploaded the crime method in the TV to the cloud, all the robots in the world began to blacken. The woman just wanted the robot to press the button. As a result, the blackened robot directly twisted the woman's neck. The man asked the robot to get a bottle of beer. He directly held the man's head. After killing the new master, the robot returned to the former master's house. He directly killed him. Seeing the dead robot resurrected again, the female master could only hide in the room and lock the door. But how could a wooden door block the robot? The female master had no choice but to hide in the bathroom and open the flower umbrella. Unexpectedly, the robot took all kinds of living things and smashed the female master out of the bathroom. As soon as the female master left the bathroom, the robot immediately picked up an iron bar and smashed it at the female master. After waiting, the robot quickly cleaned up the scene. Not long after, the house owner's son returned home. The boy asked the robot sitting on the bed, but without waiting for the boy's reaction, the robot instantly pressed the boy on the ground. He forced the boy to become his friend with the cushion. The boy could only agree for the time being, ready to call the police. He was attacked by the robot. After the house owner's daughter returned home, there was no one in the house. At that time, the robot had no concern. He told the girl all his criminal activities. The robot hoped that the girl could be his good friend. The whole family was killed. The girl finally recognized the robot's true face. He ran out of the door and came to the swimming pool. He just picked up his phone and was ready to call the police. Unexpectedly, a bullet suddenly shot over. He saw that he would be shot by the robot at any time. The girl had no choice but to compromise with the robot. He pushed the girl hard and smashed her into the pool. When the girl woke up again, she was already tied up in the warehouse at home. And just as the boy was about to be killed by the robot, the girl immediately poured a bucket of water at the robot. The girl smashed the robot's head directly with the door. At the end of the movie, with the destruction of the cloud data, the robot in the whole world began to reset and return to normal. Embrace every kind of life.